Hello, my name is Vanessa Groves, and I'm here today to talk with you about how to automate workflows to support your business as a part of IBM's digital business automation platform. So when we think about the different pieces of work that we have to get done to drive our business, one thing that's really important is just to understand what the structure of that work looks like. Typically, that's going to look like a workflow. You may have different tasks, different decisions that you have to make, and it's really useful to have all of the different constituencies within your company collaborate on figuring out how this workflow needs to look. Often we'll talk about that as building a process model, and we have great modeling tools within the digital business automation platform to support that kind of activity. These tools are very friendly to business users, the kinds of business users that you see down here. Maybe people who work to support claims or who own the overall claims process. Maybe people who care about risk management. They want to protect the company from paying claims that shouldn't be paid and make sure that we manage the claims process effectively. Over here, we have the finance team. They're going to govern a lot about how the money flows through insurance claims processing. And we need input from all of these constituencies to make sure that the model that we have really represents what we need to do to drive our business. So all of these teams are going to collaboratively put their expertise into the model, and then eventually we're going to operationalize this model by putting it into a workflow engine. And when we do that, typically we will discover things that we can do to make this overall model more efficient. If we look at this flow here, think about all of the work that's going to need to happen in this investigate task. In that task, we're going to have to evaluate the claim, do a lot of processing to figure out what to do with the auto insurance claim that's coming into the company. What we're going to discover in the next step are some ways that we can actually improve the efficiency here to make this workflow better. In the first part of this video, we took a look at how different business users could collaboratively build a process model to support a workflow that drives the business. In this part, we're going to be thinking about how to operationalize that process model. You may recall when we were looking at the model before, it just flowed left to right as a series of tasks. What we realized when we went to operationalize it and run it in this workflow engine was that the step in the middle where we investigated the claim was really taking up a huge amount of time. And one of the ways that we can see that is by leveraging this user experience layer up here, where we might have managers or people who are responsible for this overall insurance claims process within your company who can come in and look at different analytics and find bottlenecks in the process. So obviously that's not good. We don't want all of our people investing tons of time in investigating and processing every claim. So within the workflow, we can figure out different ways to handle those kinds of work so that we can automate more of it and really only use our people and their intelligence when we need to in this investigate area up here. So here's what that means. We're still going to have this overall flow where a customer submits a claim, data from the claim gets recorded, but then, rather than popping right into investigating the claim, we're going to automate a couple of decisions related to this workflow. First, we're going to check if the claim is valid. Another way of thinking about that is to ask, is the customer really eligible to submit the claim? Then we're going to take a look at the level of risk that's associated with this claim. Is it low risk? Is it high risk? Does it look like it's fairly complex, like there might be a high dollar payout? Does it look like maybe there could be fraud going on with this claim? In any of those situations where the risk is high, that's really where we want to get our people involved. So we're going to pop up here when there's high risk, and in this situation, we're going to have knowledge workers within the insurance company engage and drive the decision-making about this particular claim. We'll often refer to this as casework or ad hoc processing or maybe unstructured workflows. That means that all of the stuff going on up here is really driven by the people and how they're processing that claim. Eventually, they're going to make a decision about the claim, and we're going to pop back down here into the main left to right workflow. It's important to realize when we break the model down this way that in some cases, you can fly straight through here with no human intervention at all. And that is very efficient for the business. If a customer submits a claim, it goes through recording, we decide that it's valid, that it's low risk, again, we can just fly straight through that workflow in a really efficient way. Now up here in our digital business automation platform, we do have a bunch of user experience tools that different constituencies within the business can use to interact with this workflow. Maybe I'm a caseworker or a claims processor, and I need to come in here and pick up different tasks to work on. I can easily do that. Maybe I'm a manager at the company and I want to track different tasks within my team, see how that work is going. Maybe I'm an auditor and I want to come in and look at different results of these insurance claims. We provide a variety of analytics to support all of those kinds of activities through our user experience layer. So to recap, within our digital business automation platform, we have not only a robust set of process modeling tools, but some great workflow engines that allow you to operationalize those business processes that you have and automate different pieces of work so that you can always use the people that you've got in the best way possible.